Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to 2022. In today's video we are looking at the iwata Eclipse Takumi. So this is the brush we're going to look at today. I've done a previous review on this brush and it is on the channel. I'll put it up in the screen just here. Now I'm looking at this brush again as it's about 4 to 5 months on, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion on, is this brush worth the £229 price tag that it's listed at. So the actual brush itself is a double action airbrush. Now if you're new to the channel and new to airbrushing, you don't know what a double action airbrush is, you will press down for your air and then you move the trigger back and that releases the paint. So that's what a double action airbrush is. You can get single action where you'll just press down and it instantly puts the air and paint out at the same time. So this is the brush. On the actual Takumi, at the back of the brush you've got your dial there which screws in and out, and what this does is it just sets your trigger. So if you've used a big spray gun, you've got your fluid adjust at the back. It does the same thing on an airbrush here. You just dial that in and it stops the trigger, and then when you dial it out it just makes the trigger move back a certain amount which lets that much paint out. So that's the bonus on this brush at the back. You've got that. The actual back part of the body is identical to the HP SB Plus, which is a 0.2 side feed as well, so you get the same back part of the body there. The brushes do come up quite small in length. Some other brushes that I own are longer, but this one is quite small. To the front of the brush you've got the crown cap on here. Now the original Eclipse had more like a disc type crown cap, but this one looks like an actual crown with all the little prongs on the top. You can remove them quite easily, but when you're painting for tip dry you can clean your needle nice and easy there. This is a side feed airbrush, so on this you would put your paint to this part inside here. On the iwatas you can change the cup to both sides. You get a little blanking pin on this side of the brush that pulls out, and you can put that side and put the blanking pin in the opposite side. That's basically if you're left or right handed, you can move the cup to what side you want as you're working. It can be out of the way to one side. So that's the bonus on this. You can move the cup left and right. The trigger on these are identical to the custom Micron, so it's nice that they've revamped this one and they've brought in the custom Micron trigger for this brush. And the reason why I like that is it's nice and flat on the top. You've got like little grip lines there, so when you put your finger on it it's nice and comfortable. It's sloped forward facing down to the front of the brush and it just feels really, really comfortable on your finger. So if you're working with an airbrush for 5 to 6 hours, you're not going to get any finger ache because the springs on these are nice and soft. The movement of the trigger is nice and comfortable, so that's the bonus on this brush. Now the bit that I don't like about this is the actual cup. I don't know why they did it. They shouldn't have. They should have put the custom Micron smaller iwata cup on this brush, but the bonus is you can remove the Takumi cup and you can put the original small cup on the side. It fits, so you can use the small one, and it's more discreet and out of the way because the cup sits lower down and it's not sitting up. I've noticed when you use the Takumi, if you've got a light source from around the side of you, you can get a glare off that big chrome cup sitting up, and all you're doing is staring at yourself like a mirror. When you look down the brush it seems to be in the way, but if you use the original iwata cup, it's lower down and it's more discreet and it's just sort of tucked away at the side near your hand. So I like the idea you can do that. So if you don't like the Takumi cup like I don't, you can use that one. Another bonus, if you've not got the iwata cup and you own a Harder and Steenbeck, if you get the actual Takumi cup body and unscrew the cup from the top, like that. The big part of the cup comes away and you're left with the side pin which fits in the side like that. So it looks like you've got a little stubby cup. You can use the Harder and Steenbeck Infinity small cup, and that just screws to the top. So you can adapt with the Harder and Steenbeck small cup on the top, or if you wanted a bigger cup, you could put the next size up Harder and Steenbeck cup on there as well. You can get iwata cups. I think I've only seen that one, which fits the SBS and the custom micron. But as I say, if you've got the Harder and Steenbeck, it will fit on top of that, not a problem. So that's the only bit I don't like about the brush, is the big bulky cup that you get with it. But it's easily adapted. If you don't like it like me, you can use the other cups, it's not a problem. So what we'll do is, for the video, we'll put the big cup back on. That just screws on nice and easy, and as I say, when you're looking down it, it just seems very bulky to the side when you're looking down it. It can block quite a bit of your painting. I know you're tending to look down the opposite side down here, your view, but if you're looking at your whole piece when you're spraying and coming across at different angles, it just seems like it gets in the way. And when you put it in your airbrush stand, I've got the one with the prongs, because it's a side feed, you sit it down, it tends to drop to the side because it's quite weighty. If you've not got your airline in and you just sit in your brush, it can always tend to just drop to one side, especially if you've got paint in it, it makes it a lot heavier, so it just tends to fall to one side, and I don't like that. So we'll drop some air in this, 25 psi, nice working pressure. I've got some golden high flow acrylic paint. We'll drop a bit of that in and I'll show you what this brush can do. So a little bit of paint, we'll just drop a couple of drops of water in there, thin that down. The nice thing about the cup, the big cup, you get the cap to the top, so it will save your paint from drying up in the cup, and if you're moving around fast, you won't get any spills. So that is one bonus about the cup that they've put with this brush. So 25 psi, just pull that paint through, and we'll do some dots. So we've gone from a small dot, we've not gone right down on the detail yet, but we've gone small dots going up. And as you all know, with iwatas you get brilliant atomization. It atomizes the paint really, really nice. So it's faded out nice on them circles. So you can get a nice bit of coverage on full back on the trigger. It can get the paint down. What I do is I take the crown cap off and give that tip a little wipe. And on detail, because I get a lot of people saying, can you get hairlines? How good are these brushes at getting down? And they are super fine. These brushes will get you the hairlines, not a problem, as all my iwatas will, and the Krios will. They'll all get super fine lines. It's the person behind the trigger on how good your trigger action is, but they will get super fine lines like that. Not a problem. And shading wise, brilliant. Iwatas are absolutely brilliant when it comes to, as I say, atomization. It's really nice. The trigger are just so comfortable. You just don't realise you've got a brush in your hand when it comes to the trigger response on an iwata. They're just absolutely pinpoint bang on every single time. So it gives you a little bit of confidence, especially if you're doing detailed work. You know exactly when that paint's coming out with the trigger. Some airbrushes, some cheaper airbrushes, if you've owned any of them, you'll know that the trigger response, you're sort of like pulling back, and you're going, is the paint there? And then you're moving quite far back, and all of a sudden the paint comes out. With an iwata, it's a fraction with these, and you've got the paint. So for detail, yes, the Takumi will smash it. Coverage, again, yeah, not a problem. Paints, This is a 0.35 needle and nozzle setup, and this is the new, I think it's the new design needle as well, so it's a lot more tapered back. It's a shorter needle. So compared to the normal Eclipse, I think this will get down a lot finer than the original. I had the original SBS, great brush, but this revamped Takumi is hands down a better brush, nicer trigger, softer. Will perform like the SBS. You'll get, the SBS will do what this does, but this will do it a lot more comfortably. For you as an airbrusher, you'll feel the difference in the trigger and the way the trigger is. It just feels a lot better. If anything, it's this part where the trigger is where me personally have put a lot more change into it. Bringing that across from the Micron over to this has made this brush really, really nice, because the custom Micron, the trigger again is spot on. And if you get one, you won't have any troubles painting 4 or 5 hours. Your finger will be fine, you won't get any cramp in it. It's a nice comfortable brush. And the price tag of $2.29, would I recommend it? Yes. I love my iwatas. I've got a nice selection of iwatas and they last, guys. They do. It is well worth spending the money on a decent brush if you're going into this on the long haul and you want something that's going to last you. Recommend it, yes, and at the price all day long, because they're built really, really well. And I've got iwatas up there, some a little bit cheaper, and they're 10 years old, and the chrome finish is identical. They spray perfect. I've had no problem with them. I've not changed anything on them. I've not changed any of the seals or anything. I've sprayed solvents through them, mainly my water base for the airbrushing, but I have put solvents through them, base coats and things like that. Not a problem at all. I'll always clean with solvent cleaner. If I get any stubborn paint, I'll just chuck thinners straight down the neck of them, and they've been absolutely fine. So my thoughts on the Takumi: it's a great brush if you're thinking of buying one. Yes, you can get the HP SBS Plus, which is a 0.2. Out of the two brushes, I would say go for this one. It comes out a little bit cheaper than the SBS Plus. It will get you the same detail down. The trigger on this is better than the SBS Plus. It's more comfortable. They're both great brushes, but out of the two, this one pips it out of the two. And then if you've got this versus the Micron, me personally, the Micron 0.18 needle and nozzle setup, there's not much difference between the two. I'd get the same detail down with this as I can with that. This just feels like a Micron. If you take this cup off and put the small iwata cup on, this would just feel like you've got the Micron in your hand, because it's the same feel of trigger and it's the same body of brush. On the Micron you get a little bit of extra body here, which is probably a little bit more comfortable on your finger. If you're holding it like that, you get another piece there, but that's all I can say that's different. They'll perform the same. So yeah, that's my little sort of review and update on the Takumi, on is it worth the price tag of £229? Yes, all day long, guys, it really is. If you've not owned an iwata and you're coming from Harder and Steenbeck, because I started from Harder and Steenbeck, if you're coming across from Harder and Steenbeck or Badger or other brushes, and it's your first iwata that you're thinking of buying, recommended. Yes, cracking brush, guys. You won't look back. You'll definitely change the cup, but that's nice and simple. There's two options there which I gave you, which are nice and simple to do, and you can change this big bulky cup. But if you like the cup, Yes, it's great because you can get a lot of paint in it. You probably will get used to it being on the side, the big bulky side of it. But me, I would change it instantly. If you see my up and coming videos and I'm using this, I'll more than likely have the smaller iwata cup on, or I'll just opt for the Harder and Steenbeck Infinity Cup and just screw that to the top. Job done. So I hope you like this video on the Takumi, and I hope you got a bit of insight on this brush if you are looking to buy one. I'll leave links in the description where you can buy this brush. Great site. You can get all the spares, and the spares and prices for this, if you are looking at a new needle and things like that, if you do actually dink it, they're not going to break the bank. They're a good reasonable price brush. At $2.29, it's well worth it. It's going to last. As I say, iwatas do last. Brilliant finish. You'll have no problems with it. Just use the super lube when you come to maintenance. Drop a little bit of super lube around near the trigger. Nice clean out. Don't leave paint in your brush overnight. Blast it through the water. Stick it on the shelf and it will outlast you. You'll be in a box before this gets put back in a box. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you can join me in the next one, because we're going to be doing the e-bike frame. We're going to be doing some clear coating on that. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.